Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to War on the Sea. We're already at episode 10 and I feel like I've sunk a few battle groups, but I haven't really accomplished that much of my mission objectives yet. We are working on taking over Guadalcanal, but it feels like we might not have enough troops here. So I'm hoping that Task Force 9 is going to make its way back to the Hebrides pretty soon, because these 4,500 troops might very well be required to take Guadalcanal. Task Force 9, North Carolina, Waller and Nicholas. These guys took a bit of a beating in the previous episode as they encountered yet another group of heavy cruisers, light cruisers and destroyers. Let me check how they're doing. Yeah. The NC took a few torpedoes and it is time to send her back for repairs. Which is actually a bit unfortunate because she just got here, in a way. She just got here. Task Force 9, Growler and Grouper, still on patrol. Gato was patrolling the waters out here in the Coral Sea to see if she could find any submarine. Sorry, not any submarine, any aircraft carrier contact. And we're just going to do a bit of a patrol here. Task Force 8. See, this is why I still hate it that they just forget what they're doing. TF8 was empty and heading back. So, carry on. Mayhan was also going back for repairs. Serious damage. And I do have my Kingfishers out here, but they're soon going to be returning. I have a lot of points, 111, but I don't want to spend them just yet. I want to wait for the Enterprise to come back in 3 days. And then start building a larger formation around her. Aircraft spotted near TF9. That is the North Carolina, but this seems to be a scout aircraft. I'm just going to ignore it, hoping that it's not going to cause any issues, but it might, because there seems to be another airstrike coming my way. Now, what sort of aircraft are we looking at? Because I thought it was an icon for fighters. Give me the radar. That's not the radar, that's the radar. Enemy aircraft. Is that another Zero that's coming at me again? As we have seen, they are not harmless. They are indeed capable of doing damage to my ships using strafing runs, especially destroyers are vulnerable. What we got here? Yeah, it's more Zeros, isn't it? There's no underslung bombs, torpedoes, nothing. It's definitely not a twin-seater, because I'd say the canopy is too small, but I'm even worse at identifying aircraft in this era than I am at identifying ships. And I've already, well, failed to identify Miyokos, consistently called Tenryus Kumas, and vice versa. So it is not entirely unlikely that I get more stuff wrong when it comes to aircraft. Come on. This is why I need the Enterprise back. Bit of a strafing run on what? The Nicholas. Minor damage. Nothing too serious. We scratched aircraft 5. The other guys are coming around, seemingly looking for another attack. I still don't know where these things are coming from, and I hope not to find out with the already damaged North Carolina. I don't want to encounter an aircraft carrier right about now. Now, for all the shit I've given the game, it does make the flak look good. It looks really nice. Unfortunately, it's not very effective, because these aircraft are just making their way out of here. And that seems to be the only thing, aside from the other 2 air wings, which are already away, I guess. We can leave in 180 seconds. Are you guys going to come in for another attack run, or are you just leaving? Just leaving. There's another scout aircraft. And this boy just decided to do a small flyover and then nothing. I still have my Kingfisher. Might have it do an attack run against the scout. But this aircraft is not particularly quick. I can go 140 knots max. This scout aircraft is doing 200. Yeah, so that's a non-starter. It's not going to happen. Now, again, we are really going to need a better air protection for these ships. Because they keep getting harassed by fighters, of all things. I'm not sure if it's going to come out of Florida Islands or Guadalcanal. I don't know. We just need to start getting the hell out of here. And getting the Enterprise back online. 1800 times speed. Kingfisher goes back. North Carolina falls back. TF9, go home. Stop forgetting your orders. Enemy ships spotted near Port Moresby. Oh. Well, that's not very good. Because that's 3 destroyers, 1 light cruiser, and 3 heavy cruisers. I can still launch aircraft. Ugh. No, I cannot do it at night. Oh, they're probably going to bombard this place. Oh, that was loud. Holy shit. Okay, I'm sorry about that. They might do it again. Brace for impact. No, that was it. Jesus Christ, that was loud. And unfortunately, I cannot do anything against them. At least not currently. I'm going to have to wait till morning. And then I'm able to do something against them. My military presence over here currently is highly negligible. Because most of the ships are either coming back or already back just to get repaired. Mayhan released. It's 4:45. There. Aircraft spotted near TF9. Where's that? Over there. Oh. Okay. Interesting. We're gonna have to do this encounter, and then we'll look into the Port Moresby place. So Growler and Grouper are getting attacked by an airstrike. Yeah, but I'm not particularly keen on staying on the surface. If I tell one to dive, does the other one also dive? Yeah, she does. She's set to, to minus 230 feet. Yeah. I mean to dive, not to die. There is a distinct difference. What we got here? Another fighter? Again? Oh, not just the one, huh? There's a whole host of them. In that case, we're gonna have to do a crash dive. We are... well, we're submerged. At least Growler is. Grouper! Grouper, get your ass down. Because I would hate to see what what those gun runs can do against the submarine. You alright? Yeah, nothing hit. But that little... that single machine gun on the stern, which, by the way, isn't even turning, is probably not going to do anything serious. Oh! That is more problematic. These are bombers. Dive, you dum-dum. Grouper preparing to dive. Well, I would recommend that you do so sooner rather than later, or you're not going to resurface anymore. The Growler's fine. They can't see her anymore. They should soon lose the Grouper as well. Vice versa, I'll also lose them, but I don't mind, because I cannot do much against them. The same cannot be said in reverse. So, time to stay down. Maybe I can get out of here. Yep. So, that came out of somewhere, and it might have been the Shortland Islands. It might have been an aircraft carrier. Let's continue looking for it. How's the repairs? 1 day for the Farragut to come back, 1 day for the Cummings. Okay. Oh, right, and we had to launch aircraft from here. New air. We're going to send up a flight of Avengers. And Let's try the AP bombs. Or actually... HE bombs. I haven't done much, if anything, with these aircraft yet. So it's very much an experiment, and it might go horribly, horribly wrong. Enemy aircraft spotted near TF9. Again. Alright, here we go again. Growler and grouper, down we go. Let's see if we can pick up the aircraft to see what they are before we have to disengage. Hello again. Jeez, there's a lot of them. So this is potentially the same bombing flight. Fighters and bombers. Go! Dive! Dive faster! Because these are probably not coming to send you a, have a good voyage. You're not on a bon voyage trip there. Yep! Well, this is going to be interesting. Can they or can they not hit the grouper? Or, no, the growler. Doesn't seem like it. Grouper? Status. Okay, you're also submerged. Okay, so that means that they cannot attack submarines with bombs as they're diving, or just have dived. Completed their submerging. Minus 140, yeah, minus 140 is fine. Now, we cannot engage them. They cannot engage us. I suppose this is going to be a pretty quick fight. But considering we fought them again, and they just dropped their armament, we might not encounter them for a bit. Now, let's see if my aircraft can detect those cruisers again. I will have to keep in mind that eventually they will run out of fuel. That window's in the way. No, it's too far. Yeah, that should give me a decent margin. There. How and when these guys are going to get repaired, I don't know. How much the bonus or penalty is, I don't know. So, none of this stuff I can really tell you about. What sort of... Oops. What sort of buffs, debuffs, stat changes you're going to see. Yeah, that's a bit much. They couldn't get that far. That should do. Alright, carry on. Wait, one. Something spotted? What you got there? 2 destroyers and 2 light cruisers. That's not necessarily what you're hoping to see when you're operating 2 submarines. But here we go. Submarine warfare. Grouper Growler. Let's see if I can do a little better than I did previous. At least we're submerged. That's good. Now, let's see if we can identify them. Or misidentify them, whichever you prefer. I'm also going to be using the arrows, by the way. Should be looking at it from a different angle. 3 smokestacks. What you got there? What are you? Are you one of these? Are you an actual Tenryu? No, you don't have the guns. This thing has 2 turrets. This thing only has 1. Are you a Kuma class? Turret, turret, turret. Funnel, funnel, funnel. Yeah, quite possibly. Assume target 2, Kuma. Target 1. Same build, same design. I'm going to assume target 1 is also a Kuma. Target 4. And Shiratsuyu? Akazuki? Funnels... Well, could be an Akazuki. Turret, turret... Assume target 4 Akazuki. Target 3. Definitely not on Akazuki. What are you? Yugamo? No. 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 Matsuki? Gun. Torpedo launchers. Another gun. Empty barbette. Torpedo tubes. Ooh. That doesn't line up. Not a Matsuki. Kamikaze might work though. Okay. Grouper. Built me a firing solution. We're going to attack from relatively close. And on top of that, from ideally a 90-degree angle. If we can wipe out the destroyers, great. If we can get the cruisers killed on top of that, even better. But it's the cruisers that, well, there's something to be said for either. Let's see if we can target this one. So I want you to build a solution on that, on the Akazuki. And I want the grouper to build a solution on the Kuma. Nav here. Growler nav here. They're building a solution on the Kuma. Pretty good. Carry on. Range, 1600 yards. We're very close. The issue is they might detect the launch. When they do, there is a chance that they will immediately start fairly violently maneuvering. Let's set a 2-degree course change. Fuck it, send it. Grouper launching. 6 torpedoes, 2-degree spread. This means that with the gyroscope we can hopefully still get them on target. Yes, I have learned they are not tracking torpedoes. We're going to turn to starboard and head away. I want you to start turning this way. I'm trying to get my stern torpedoes away against the target as well. Here comes the gyro turn. Stern launcher. We only have 4 ready there, out of 4. Fire. Oh, sorry. Torpedoes away. Time to disengage. Growler, status. Growler still moving to change course. Ships here. Have you boys spotted the torps yet? You haven't. Oh. Doesn't look good there. If at all possible, I might still hit this guy. But I kind of doubt it. The torps here are changing course drastically. That's not quite what I was hoping for. You can start queuing your "this was painful to watch" comments now. Growler maximum course change. These guys are moving at 25 knots, so I'm not going to catch them. At least not likely. I have a good solution against her. From Grouper. Oh, sorry, Growler. Grouper already launched her spread. But the torps that we just launched, that was a disaster. I don't think we're still going to hit Kuma with this spread. That's not going anywhere. Growler's solution is probably not getting better as the targets are moving away from us. Up scope. Hello. Hope you don't mind if I pop in. I could torpedo them from behind, but the angle is pretty dreadful. I still have a few torpedoes spare, but not much. I don't think it's worth it. I think I might better wait for a different opportunity to go on the offensive here. Now the torps here. Hold on, are we actually going to hit the... No, we're not going to hit the Akazuki. I doubt very much that we're going to hit this guy. And even if we do hit, it might be a dud. Yes, I know I can turn that off in the menu. But I think duds, both bombs and torpedoes, despite being frustrating, do add a decent flair of randomness to the game. It's interesting how the AI just completely ignores the fact that there's torpedoes out there. And just keeps sailing as they are. So unless they know something about these torpedoes not being a threat, or unless the AI just doesn't give a shit, they simply don't take any maneuvers. Which means that, well, potentially this Kuma... Nah, you're not going to get hit, are you? I mean, these torps got spotted by 2 ships at least. So, the chance that they're going to hit target 1, I'd say, is fairly remote. If not outright impossible. Well, you won't believe it, but this torpedo is getting remarkably close. The guy still hasn't taken any evasive action. And after all this tension, we're just going to see that, yeah, it's a dud. What's going to happen here? How are you so blind? Boink. Ooh. Not a boink. So, despite all their best efforts, i.e. none, they actually got hit. Oh my god. That should tell you something about how the game currently is, at least AI-wise. I mean, I enjoy the game. It has some issues. Shit like this should just be outright impossible. These torps sailed very narrowly under the Akazuki, passed by the other Kuma. The other Kuma, so the target that we actually hit, must have seen them coming. But they just went, nah. Now we're fine. At this point, though, it does look like we might have disturbed the AI in their slumber. And maybe these DDs are going to come for me. I can leave in 2 minutes. But I am tempted to try and torpedo either Akazuki or the Kamikaze. We have a 70% solution on Akazuki. Considering the range, I don't want these things to spread too much. It's 3,500 yards. Let's tell the grouper to start changing her course a bit more. Because grouper needs to make it out of here. Do I stay and engage or not? Leaving and fighting another day might be better. Just finding a different opportunity. At the same time, they don't exactly seem to be aware of where I am exactly. They have an idea, but it's not that accurate. Oh, I'm tempted to launch against the Akazuki. You know what? Why not? It's a game. 6 torpedoes, prepare full spread. Target 1, Akazuki. Range, currently 2,700 yards and closing. Steady course, 80% solution. Unless the Akazuki makes some really swift course changes all of a sudden, she is liable to get hit. Go. If I fuck up, I fuck up. Let's see if she is starting to react. Doesn't appear that way. Here come the torps. I'm going to try and turn the Growler around. Cancel the firing solution. Build a new firing solution against target 3, Kamikaze. And maybe torpedo that one. But this DD, if it's as stupid as the other cruiser over there, it could get hit. Let's see what happens. She is turning. Her speed is 18 knots. Oh, sorry, this is target Kamikaze. Shit, I'm looking at the wrong target. Lost contact Akazuki. Really? But if I switch to Growler and just look through my periscope, I might suddenly... Oh, look! A destroyer. Solution against Kamikaze is 80%. How is Torps looking? No way! Dud. Hit. Hit. Dud. Hit. Oh, you should be dead. Jesus. Even I would have been able to dodge that. Now the Kamikaze is getting a bit jumpy. She starts to violently react. The range is only 1,200 yards now. Turn to port. Solution, 70%. Holy shit. That's what you deserve. Alright. Solution is dropping, because the target's maneuvering. Has she detected me? Or are you just fishing? 76, 78, 80, 82. Steady around 82. Prepare to launch 4 torpedoes at the back. Range, 1,000 yards. Send it. Let's see if we can get the other torpedoes to hit the destroyer. The Kamikaze. Alright, buddy, what's your plan? You don't have to do too much course correction to evade those. They are in a fairly narrow spread, but... I mean... Hello? Nope, I didn't do that properly. Nope, that was no good. So that means that this ship, this sub, is now in a bit of trouble. Shall we say. Time to start getting the hell out of here. Lower the scope. We're gonna dive. And start to turn to port. Well, if I turn to port, I risk running into the Kuma. Turn starboard then. Grouper, what's the status of your torpedoes? Nothing loaded. Oh, did I put you on silent running again? No. Releasing 2 from ultra quiet. Oh, yes, of course. The grouper is out of torpedoes entirely. Because she doesn't have any left. Growler still has 2 on the bow, 2 on the stern. That is it. That is not my sonar ping. That is not my sonar ping at all. Can we still run? What are you doing, Kamikaze? What's your plan here? Because I'm probably not going to enjoy it. We're gonna have to go deeper. Go to 200 feet. How deep can these things go? Gato class sub. Test depth, 295. We're gonna go to 260. There she is. Run. Rick for silent running. Repairs and reloading halted. She's turning. Shit. Yeah, she definitely knows we're here. We're gonna see depth charges from that destroyer any moment now. Come on. Have at it. Or preferably don't have at it, but I'm afraid I don't have too much to say about that. Lost Kuma. Those depth charges are still not causing any real issues. She should have lost me by now. These things are getting a bit closer. But nothing on top of my sub yet. Not too optimistic about what I'm seeing though. All I can hope is that Kamikaze is going to run out of depth charges. Current depth, minus 260 feet. Or, we are at a depth of 260 feet. Kuma lost, bearing 225. It's not the Kuma I'm interested in, it's the Kamikaze. Is she still accurately displayed on the map? If that's the case, then she's going to run over me again. Slow to 3 knots. I can hear the sonar pings, but I'm not sure if she's pinging me or not. I'm just hoping that she's going to run out of those depth charges. Sooner rather than later. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. I would like this sub to come back. Contact re-established. But it's not the Kuma that I'm worried about. Here she comes again. Right on top of it. So she knows exactly where I am. Increase to full speed. 7 knots underwater. She's racing that way. Uh-oh. This could be painful. Depending on whether his depth charge is going to come down, but I have 0 bearing on that. The other 2 Kumas are disengaging. That's good. You missed. Interesting. Secure from silent running. I'm going to see if I can get those torpedoes loaded. I have 1 ready on the bow, nothing on the stern. In about 5 minutes, I can have another torpedo ready. Let's see if we can expedite this process by just killing off the Kamikaze altogether. A little while later, my torpedoes are getting close to both being reloaded. But it looks like Kamikaze has found me again. She was doing steady in the water, about 5 knots. And then she suddenly accelerated. As I'm trying to slowly clear her. But unfortunately, she's not letting me get out of here. As much as I'm trying to get out of that sonar cone, they keep lighting me up. And at this point, all I can hope for is that those torpedoes reload before the sub manages to get sunk by the Kamikaze. I'm going to try and make my exposure here as small as possible by running directly towards the Kamikaze. Which is a different form of Kamikaze, if you will. And hoping that there she is, by doing that, I don't have a lot of exposure to depth charges. And by that, I mean, I could be at a parallel course, parallel speed, if you will, and they could just keep dropping right on top of me. Whereas, right now they can drop here and there, and that's it. At least, that's my working theory. I'm not hearing depth charges. I'm not seeing them either. The hell? Did she pop all of her depth charges already? She's turning. I'm going to prepare to get back up to periscope depth. Wait, what? What? Where are my torpedoes at? Did I accidentally launch those? No. I swear I had 2 torpedoes on the bow. And they were loading. The hell? Contact kamikaze lost. Where the hell did those torps go? You saw that too, right? Torpedoes were loading on the bow. And now they're just gone? I haven't taken any damage, not a single scratch. The hell? Could I just leave? No. Not that simple. Let's slow down a bit. Need periscope. Now we need to go to 33 feet. Minus 30. There we go. Could you not overshoot? Oh, there she is again. And she is not... Well... She's probably not too happy to see me, in general. Hello. Yeah, she probably saw the periscope and went, "You little shit." There you are. She's coming at me at 18 knots. But I'm thinking that she might have fired all of her depth charges already. And that the worst thing that she can do is run me over. Which, sure, it would suck, but there's not that much that they could actually do about it. I could just dive. Increase speed. I'm going to try and get my stern towards her. She's on a course. Her heading is 279. 280. She's definitely in pursuit. If I can jam a torpedo directly up her throat, she might sink. I'm not sure, however, if these things have a minimum arming distance. If they do... What? Wait. What? The game said there were torpedoes loading. And then there weren't. And these are waves. These are not torps, right? Yeah, they're just waves. What the fuck? You just really screwed me over there, didn't you? Because apparently you can have torpedoes, you can load the torpedoes, but once you have them loaded, gone. Just like that. Fine. Lower the scope. And we're gonna try and get out of here. We can leave in 43 seconds. That is some next grade bullshit right there. How the hell is that possible? Where are my torpedoes? I didn't launch them. I didn't accidentally hit fire, and let alone accidentally hit it twice. The ship even says all units ceasing attack. Doesn't mean that they're cleared to go on the offensive. I don't get this. This is a bug and a half. Where the fuck are my torpedoes? At any rate, I sunk a destroyer. I damaged a cruiser. And I still have 2 submarines alive and, well... They should be kicking, but they kind of ran out of mystery torpedoes. So, no damage to me. Damage to the Akazuki was fatal, and moderate damage to the Kuma. So, let's see if I can get those guys back out. Hopefully, yes. But we'll see how it's going to continue in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments, and I'll see you soon for another video.